You know what's better than a tuna salad sandwich? A tuna melt. And I know all of you really loved the tuna salad sandwich. Just look at this. The numbers are so skewed, and this one is just really performing really well for this channel. So thanks for that. I hope this one does as good because it is a tuna salad sandwich, but way better. And there are a few changes in here, keeping things exciting. For the fillings, we have some tomatoes and onions. Instead of chives, we're putting some dill inside the tuna mix. And for the cheese, I'm going to be using a nice spicy and creamy habanero Monterey Jack cheese. And I know last time I spared you all from seeing the tuna can being opened, but hey, since you all love it, here is the can being opened. And it's always something that I kind of be icky at, but you kind of get used to it really quickly. I know it's a very acquired kind of taste as well, so appreciate all of you who love this. Okay, so it's been drained, and now you can start putting in all the other ingredients for this tuna salad. So some dill, some chopped green onions. I want to add some of the pickle juice that really adds a nice amount of tang, and then some chopped up dill pickles. I'm using Japanese mayo, the Kewpie stuff, because it is just way more creamier and it's way tastier than regular mayo that you get at the store. Some of the jalapeno flavored mustard, and then just start mixing all of this in. Now, I'm not putting celery this time. I mentioned last time that it takes a lot of work to get celery nice and finely chopped without destroying it in a food processor. So you get the same kind of flavor without the bite if you don't like biting into celery. I'm not a big fan either. And you can use celery salt instead, and that's what I'm going to be adding. Mix and then give it a quick taste. Now you can really prepare the sandwich in two ways. Either you can do the pan or you can go in the oven. The best way, if you're making a lot of these for a larger party, would be to use a fusion, a hybrid approach. I'll talk about the oven one first because pan is my favorite way to do it. See, the thing with the bread is you want to keep it toasted so that it doesn't absorb all of the liquid and becomes mushy. The crispiness is important. So if you're gonna make it in the oven, you'll assemble it like I am over here by spreading some of the tuna mixture. Be careful not to overstuff it. Then adding in your fillings, so your tomatoes, onions, anything else that you can think of, and then adding in the cheese. And they essentially act like an adhesive layer and protect the bread and keep the sandwich intact. Now you can now put this in the oven until the outside of it becomes slightly crispy. It's not the best approach because that is not going to give it the same toastiness that you're looking for. It's going to take forever and the bread will probably become very hard. That's why the pan method that I'm doing right now is much better. See, I'm melting some butter and then putting that sandwich in there so I can toast each side of the bread rather quickly and making it nice and golden brown crispy. Now the thing with the pan method though is you have to kind of keep a low heat so that it's enough heat for the fillings, the middle of that sandwich, to also get warmed up, for the tuna to get slightly warm, the cheese to melt, so that the sandwich has a nice pleasant temperature. And that's why the hybrid approach would work way better, where you just focus on getting the color on each side of the sandwich and then you pop it in the oven to melt the cheese and to warm the middle fillings of the sandwich. But I'm not making a dozen sandwiches, so the pan method works perfectly fine. And this tuna melt, it's really something simple and delicious. It's meant to be a very approachable, very tasty, and a very simple, delicious meal. You can have it as a snack, breakfast, lunch. Go crazy. Let me know what toppings or fillings you would put in your sandwich, and do you like dipping your tuna melts? I personally do not. There's enough sauce in there, and I think anything extra is just gonna get in the way of the flavor. I'll see you all on the next one.